And no matter how nightmarish certain white folks of low character might find the realization of Martin Luther King's dream, it is the only way that we move forward as a society. In the name of free markets and a brighter tomorrow,
for what purpose is the gentlewoman from North Carolina
I
rise?
urge a no vote.
I ask that the Speaker's words be taken down.
On what basis?
The gentleman will suspend. The clerk will report the words. The gentleman will take a seat.
Of course, a hit dog will holler. Words of my grandmother. What does that mean? It means exactly what you think it means. When you say something that offends someone's soul, they can't do anything other than respond. And that's what we're watching right here in this moment.
Purpose, does the gentlewoman from North Carolina seek recognition?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I withdraw my demand.
The demand is withdrawn. The demand is withdrawn. Illinois is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I would reiterate, as I hope was clear from the plain text of my remarks, they were not directed at anybody in the chamber. I'll close just by saying that in the name of free markets and a brighter, more tolerant tomorrow, I urge a no vote on this bill, and I yield back.
Virginia Foxx had to respond when he said the morality or the hangs-up of certain white people will cause them to react or be offended by Dr. King's words.
Now, I know none of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle will admit to being racist, and I don't think they are. But when you look at the rhetoric and you hear the talking points and look at the legislation that's put forward, what are we to say?
The gentleman will suspend.
This party has partnered with white supremacy. They are bothered by the acts of anyone getting close to equity or equality or parity with white people.
What do you think about woke culture? It's what everyone's talking about.
I think it's a bunch of crap. They're trying to change what our children think in the schools.
What would you like to see happen?
I'd like to get back like it was in the 60s.
Before all the civil rights stuff?
Before all the civil rights stuff.
So you would like to see things go back to before the civil rights movement?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You know, where people have their freedom in this country.
Well, certain groups didn't have as much at the time, right?
Right. They didn't have as much at the time. But we still got to get back where this country stands up for this country.
The ideal of MAGA, Make America Great Again, in itself is simply an argument for make America a time when only white people could thrive. There's no other argument for MAGA. Talking about going back automatically excludes a certain group of people always, because every time we move forward in this country, we add more protections for more people in our constitution, in our state legislatures. So begging for the country to go back to a time where lesser people were protected is in itself is a scream or a cry for more power for white people or white supremacy. We've seen this movement before. MAGA is no different than the Confederate movement, a cry to keep America in a space where white people can profit off of the exploitation of other folk. Virginia Foxx is the epitome of white supremacy, a nothingness embodied in human flesh, a white supremacist with a congressional paycheck. We should all be weary of Virginia Foxx and the lights, Donald Trump, the MAGA movement, and dare I say every Republican who supports them. It is not hyperbole to say that this party, the Republican Party, will be the end of democracy if we don't check them immediately. Virginia Foxx is a leading cause of that problem. One who does not care about morality, she cares about whiteness, and we shouldn't pretend on that matter. I'm Mondale Robinson. It is your job and all of our jobs to call out white supremacy every time you see it. I'm damn sure doing my part. Are you?